My husband humiliated me in front of his entire family. But what my daughter said next made him pale. The slap echoed through the dining room like a gunshot. My cheek burned, my head snapped to the side, and 12 pairs of eyes stared at me. Some were shocked, others almost pleased. My husband's voice was low and venomous. "Don't you ever embarrass me in front of my family again." His mother smirked. His brother chuckled. His sister rolled her eyes. And then from the corner of the room came the voice that changed everything. "Daddy." Every head turned toward my 9-year-old daughter, standing by the window with her tablet clutched to her chest. Her voice was calm, steady, and terrifyingly certain. "You shouldn't have done that, because now Grandpa is going to see." The color drained from my husband's face. His family looked confused, but I saw something else. Fear. "What are you talking about?" he demanded, his voice cracking. "I've been recording you," she said, tilting her head. "Everything for weeks, and I sent it all to Grandpa this morning." The room went dead violent. My husband's family shifted uncomfortably. His confident sneer was gone. 3 weeks earlier, she told me it was for a school project on family dynamics. I didn't realize she was building a case against him. Every cruel insult, every shove, every time he made me flinch, she caught it on video. She was careful, hiding her tablet behind books, propping it on the counter. I begged her to stop. She only said, "Someone has to protect us." Today, Thanksgiving, his family had been relentless, tearing me down with fake smiles and sharper words. "Maxwell really married down," his mother had said sweetly. He just laughed. They called me stupid, unambitious, lucky he put up with me. And every time I looked at my daughter, she was holding that tablet recording. The breaking point came when I defended myself. He stood towering over me and hit me right there. Now, my daughter's words hung in the air. I sent it all to Grandpa. They didn't know. Grandpa wasn't just Grandpa. He was a retired military colonel. And when he said he'd protect us, he meant it. "You wouldn't dare." My husband began stepping toward her. She didn't move, I would. And it's all backed up. Grandpa's phone, the cloud, the police tip line. And that's when we heard it. Engines in the driveway, heavy boots on the porch, the front door swung open. And there he was, my father. 2 officers stood behind him. He took in my swollen cheek, my husband's face, my daughter standing between us like a soldier. "Sit down," he told my husband. And he did. One of the officers laid a folder on the table. "We've reviewed all the evidence, video, audio, medical records. You're being served with a restraining order. You're leaving this house tonight." "This is my house," my husband shouted. "Not anymore," the officer said. "Your wife has temporary exclusive occupancy." His family went pale. One by one they left. No goodbyes, no defense, just shame. My father turned to us. "Pack a bag. You're coming home with me." As I walked past my husband, he whispered, "Please, I can change." Before I could answer, my daughter spoke for me. Her voice steady. "Final. Fathers protect their families." The slap echoed through the dining room like a gunshot. My cheek burned as 12 pairs of eyes stared at me. Some shocked, others pleased. My husband's voice was low and venomous. "Don't you ever embarrass me in front of my family again." His mother smirked. His brother chuckled. His sister rolled her eyes. Then came the voice that changed everything. "Daddy." Every head turned toward my 9-year-old daughter, standing by the window with her tablet clutched tightly. Her voice was calm, but terrifyingly certain. "You shouldn't have done that, because now Grandpa is going to see." My husband paled. "What are you talking about?" he demanded, his voice cracking. "I've been recording you," she said, tilting her head. "Everything for weeks. I sent it all to Grandpa this morning." The room went silent. His family shifted uncomfortably. His sneer was gone, replaced by fear. 3 weeks earlier, she told me it was for a school project on family dynamics. I didn't realize she was building a case against him. Every insult, every shove, every time he made me flinch, she caught on video. Hiding the tablet behind books, propping it on counters. I begged her to stop. She said only, "Someone has to protect us." That Thanksgiving, his family tore me down with fake smiles and sharper words. "Maxwell married down," his mother said sweetly. They called me stupid, unambitious, lucky he tolerated me. Every time I looked at my daughter, she was holding that tablet recording. Then, when I defended myself, he hit me. Right there. Now, her words hung in the air. Grandpa wasn't just a grandpa. He was a retired military colonel. And when he said he'd protect us, he meant it. "You wouldn't dare." My husband stepped toward her. She didn't move. I would. It's all backed up. Grandpa's phone, the cloud, the police tip line. Then we heard engines in the driveway. Heavy boots. The front door swung open, and there he was, my father. 2 officers behind him. He took in my swollen cheek, my husband's face, my daughter standing like a soldier between us. Sit down, he told my husband. And he did. One officer laid a folder on the table. We've reviewed the evidence. Video, audio, medical records. You're being served with a restraining order. You're leaving tonight. This is my house, my husband shouted. Not anymore. Your wife has temporary exclusive occupancy. His family went pale, leaving without a word. My father turned to us. Pack a bag. You're coming with me. As I passed my husband, he whispered, Please, I can change. Before I could answer, my daughter spoke. Final. Fathers protect their families. Story 2. My wife has been acting cold lately while her best friend keeps getting weirdly close to me. Am I overthinking this? So, I've been married to my wife Mia for 4 years, together for 7. We've always had a solid relationship. Not perfect, but we communicate well and generally enjoy each other's company. I work in tech, she's in marketing. Pretty standard middle-class life. About 3 months ago, I started noticing Mia getting distant. It wasn't sudden, more like a slow fade. She used to always sit next to me on the couch during movie nights. Now she picks the chair across the room. We used to text throughout the day, just stupid memes or how's work stuff, but that basically stopped. When I try to initiate conversations, she gives short answers and finds reasons to be busy elsewhere. At first, I thought maybe work stress or something. So I gave her space, asked once if everything was okay, and she said, Yeah, just tired a lot lately. Fair enough. We all go through phases, but here's the weird part that's really messing with my head. Her best friend, Georgina, has been, I don't even know how to describe it, the complete opposite of how Mia's acting. Georgina and Mia have been friends since college. She's always been friendly enough, but we were never particularly close. She'd come over for girls' nights. We'd make small talk perfectly normal. But lately, she's been texting me directly. Started innocent, asking what Mia might want for her birthday. Could I check if Mia left her phone charger at home when they're out together? Stuff like that. Then it escalated. She'd text me jokes or memes since Mia doesn't check her phone much anymore. She started showing up at our house more often, sometimes when Mia wasn't even home. Oh, I thought she'd be back by now, but since I'm already here, and then she'd hang out until Mia got back. Last weekend really freaked me out. Mia was visiting her sister for the day, and Georgina showed up with coffee for everyone, but it was just the 2 of us. She came in, made herself comfortable on the couch, and we were talking about normal stuff when she went, You know, Adrian, you're such a good listener. Mia's lucky to have you. The way she said it with this look, I can't explain it, but it felt loaded, like she was saying something else entirely. Before she left, she asked if I could help her reach something on a high shelf in our kitchen. When I handed her the wine glass down, she let her fingers brush against mine for way longer than necessary, and gave me this look with a little smile that made my skin crawl. Then, when she left, she accidentally forgot her sweater. Texted me later, asking if I could drop it off at her apartment. When I got there, she answered the door in what I can only describe as strategically casual clothing and invited me in for a drink. Come on, Adrian. Just 1 glass of wine. We never get to talk, just the 2 of us. I handed her the sweater and left immediately, but she called after me, saying I was being unnecessarily formal with her, but the texting has gotten worse. She sends me stuff late at night now. Not anything explicitly inappropriate, but like wine glass emojis and rough day. Wish I had someone to talk to type messages. I mostly ignore them, or give very short responses. Meanwhile, Mia continues to be cold as ice. We barely talk anymore. She goes to bed earlier, gets up later, finds reasons to be out of the house on weekends. When I suggested we plan a date night, she said she's not really in a social mood these days. I'm starting to wonder if Georgina is somehow behind Mia's behavior. Like maybe she's been poisoning the well, telling Mia stuff about me that isn't true. But I have no proof of that. And honestly, it sounds paranoid even typing it out. The thing is, I love my wife. I want to fix whatever this is, but I'm also getting really uncomfortable with Georgina's behavior. And I don't know how to address it without potentially making things worse with Mia. Am I reading too much into Georgina's behavior? Should I tell Mia about the texts and the apartment thing? I'm worried she won't believe me, especially with how distant she's been. What would you guys do in this situation? Edit. Holy, this blew up more than I expected. Thanks for all the responses. A lot of you are saying I need to set clear boundaries with Georgina and have a serious talk with Mia. You're probably right. I've been trying to avoid confrontation, but that's clearly not working. To answer some common questions, no, Mia hasn't given me any indication of what specifically is wrong or if someone said something to her. She just says she's tired when I ask. And yes, I've been screenshotting the weird text from Georgina just in case, which I guess was the right call based on your advice. Update 1. Well, that escalated quickly. Setting boundaries didn't go the way any of us expected. So, after reading through your responses, I decided to address the Georgina situation head-on. I waited for an opportunity when she texted me Thursday night with another one of her having wine alone. Wish I had company messages. Instead of ignoring it like usual, I replied that we should talk. Friday after work, I met her at a coffee shop near my office. I was direct but polite, told her that her recent behavior was making me uncomfortable, that I was married to her best friend, and that I needed her to respect those boundaries. I mentioned the texting, the apartment visit, the way she'd been acting when she came over. Her reaction was weird. First, she got all embarrassed and apologetic. Said she didn't realize she was being inappropriate, that she was just going through a rough patch and wasn't thinking clearly. She seemed genuinely mortified, which made me feel like maybe I'd misread the situation. But then, there was something in her eyes when she looked at me. This flash of anger that didn't match her words. She recovered quickly, but I saw it. I thought that was the end of it. I went home feeling like I'd handled it maturely, and maybe we could all move past this awkwardness. Saturday morning, I was having coffee and checking emails when Mia stormed into the kitchen. And I mean stormed. She was furious in a way I haven't seen in years. Are you freaking kidding me, Adrian? She yelled. Georgina told me everything. My stomach dropped. I asked what she was talking about. Don't play dumb. She told me about how you've been hitting on her, making her uncomfortable, trying to get her alone. She said you've been texting her inappropriate things, and you cornered her yesterday to try to pressure her into something. I was speechless, like literally could not form words for a few seconds. The complete 180 from what actually happened was so insane that I couldn't process it. When I finally found my voice, I tried to explain what really happened. Showed her some of Georgina's text to me. Tried to walk through the timeline, but Mia wasn't having it. She warned me this might happen. Mia said that you might try to make her look like the aggressor if she rejected you. That's when it clicked. This whole thing, Mia being distant, Georgina getting closer, it was planned. Georgina had been working on this for months, slowly turning my wife against me while positioning herself as the victim. I asked Mia how long Georgina had been telling her these stories about me. Turns out it started around the same time Mia began acting cold. Georgina had been feeding her poison for months, telling her I'd made comments about other women when we were out together, that I seemed distant and checked out of our marriage, that I'd asked Georgina personal questions about her dating life. She even told Mia I'd been unhappy in the bedroom, which was complete. She said you were getting bored with me, Mia said through tears, that you've been asking her what it was like being single again, if she missed the excitement of dating. She was just trying to prepare me for when you finally left. Mia, I have never once complained about our marriage to Georgina. I said, I barely even talk to her when she comes over. When would I have even had these conversations she's describing? But Mia just shook her head. She showed me texts, Adrian. Screenshots of you asking her to meet up, asking about her dating life. What texts? Show me, I demanded. But she said she deleted them because they were too painful to keep looking at. The conversation went nuclear from there. Mia accused me of gaslighting her, of trying to manipulate her against her best friend. She said she couldn't trust me anymore, couldn't even look at me the same way. She's been protecting me from you this whole time, she said. And I should have listened to her sooner. Protecting you from what exactly? I asked. From a husband who loves you and has never once been unfaithful or inappropriate with anyone. But Mia was done listening. By Sunday morning, she was talking about staying at her sister's place to think. By Sunday afternoon, she was talking about lawyers. When I tried to negotiate, she literally screamed into my face, "Cheater! Predator! I'm going to file for divorce. Don't touch me." I've been sleeping in the guest room since Friday. The house feels like a tomb. Mia barely acknowledges my existence, and when she does, It's with this look of disgust that makes me feel sick. The most messed up part is that I can see exactly how Georgina played this. She spent months poisoning Mia against me, making her suspicious and distant. Then she made her move, probably figuring I'd either take the bait and cheat, giving her ammunition, or reject her and give her the victim card to play. When I rejected her, she went with option B and told Mia I was the one pursuing her. And because she'd already spent months undermining my credibility, Mia believed her without question. I called my buddy Leon. He's a lawyer, and told him everything. He said to document everything I can remember and prepare for divorce proceedings. He also said this kind of manipulation is more common than people think. The problem, he told me, is that Georgina's story is simpler and more believable to someone who's already been primed to doubt you. Proving manipulation is like proving a negative. How do you show something didn't happen the way someone claims? So, now I'm facing the end of my marriage because my wife's best friend decided she wanted to blow up my life. And the worst part is, I don't think Georgina even wants me. I think she just enjoys the chaos and the power. Mia won't listen to reason. Won't consider that maybe her best friend isn't who she thinks she is. She's made up her mind that I'm the villain in this story. I don't know what I'm hoping for by posting this update. Maybe just to vent to people who might understand. Edit. A lot of you are asking if I have the text saved. Yes, I screenshot most of Georgina's messages to me, but Mia says those could be taken out of context, or that I could have been encouraging her in ways that aren't shown. For those suggesting I record conversation, my state requires two-party consent for recording. So, that's not an option without risking legal trouble myself. Update 2. Okay, so I've been talking with Leon almost daily since my last update, and he thinks we might have a path forward. Not to save my marriage. That ship has probably sailed. But to at least prove the truth, and maybe save my reputation. First, some updates on how things have been going. Mia moved in with her sister last week. She came by Tuesday to get more clothes and wouldn't even make eye contact with me. She's been telling people we're taking a break to work through some issues, but I know she's already talked to a divorce attorney. Georgina, meanwhile, has been playing the supportive best friend role perfectly. She's been posting on social media about being there for friends during difficult times and supporting women who find the courage to speak their truth. Makes me want to throw my phone across the room. But here's where it gets interesting. Georgina apparently couldn't resist pushing her luck. She's been texting me again. Not the flirty stuff from before, but messages like, I hope you understand why I had to tell Mia the truth. And I never wanted it to come to this, but you left me no choice. The thing is, she's creating a narrative that doesn't quite match what she told Mia. In her messages to me, she's positioning herself as reluctantly coming forward. But according to Mia, Georgina portrayed herself as having to fend off aggressive advances for months. Leon noticed the inconsistency too. He thinks Georgina is getting sloppy because she feels like she's won. So, here's what we're planning. It's risky, but Leon thinks it's our best shot. I'm going to ask for a meeting with Mia, Georgina, and Mia's parents to clear the air and discuss divorce proceedings. I'm going to tell them I want to take responsibility for my actions and figure out how to move forward without dragging this out in. Corday Georgina will probably jump at the chance to have me publicly admit guilt in front of Mia's family. But Leon has been helping me go through everything. All the texts, the timeline, the inconsistencies in Georgina's story. We've put together a pretty comprehensive case that shows the manipulation pattern. More importantly, I've been careful about how I respond to Georgina's recent messages. I've been encouraging her to be more specific about what exactly happened between us. And she's been obliging because she thinks I'm just a defeated guy trying to understand where things went wrong. The problem is her explanations to me don't match what she told Mia at all. For example, she told Mia that I cornered her at her apartment and made physical advances. But in her text to me last week, she said, I know you were just trying to return my sweater, but it felt intimidating having you show up at my place. She told Mia I'd been sending her inappropriate messages for months. But she texted me saying, I realize now that your messages seemed flirty, even though you probably didn't mean them that way. She's created two different versions of events. The dramatic one for Mia, where I'm a predator, and the softer one for me, where everything was just misunderstood. Leon thinks this is because she never expected to have to maintain the lie long term. She figured I'd either confess, disappear, or fight it in a way that would make me look worse. She didn't expect me to quietly document everything and look for inconsistencies. The plan is to get everyone in the same room and confront her with the contradictions, not in an aggressive way, but methodically showing how her story changes depending on who she's talking to. The meeting is set for this Thursday at Mia's parents' house. Her mom suggested it because she wants to understand what happened before Mia files for divorce. I think they're concerned about how quickly everything escalated and want to hear both sides. I'm nervous as hell, but also weirdly hopeful for the first time in weeks. Not that Mia and I will work things out, but that maybe the truth will actually come out. Georgina has no idea what's coming. She thinks she's going to a meeting where her best friend's husband admits to being a creep. Instead, she's going to get confronted with evidence of her manipulation campaign. Leon will be there too, not as my lawyer, but as a witness and to help keep things factual if emotions run high. Thursday can't come soon enough. Final update. I promised I'd update after Thursday's meeting. And holy do I have an update for you. So Thursday came, and I met everyone at Mia's parents' house. It was me, Mia, Georgina, Mia's parents, Janet and Robert, and Leon. The atmosphere was tense as hell. You could practically taste the hostility. Georgina immediately launched into victim mode. She talked about how uncomfortable I'd been making her, how she tried to protect Mia while giving me chances to stop, how traumatic it was to finally have to speak up. She was good. I'll give her that. Tears at the right moments. Voice trembling the whole performance. Mia held her hand the entire time, shooting daggers at me with her eyes. When Georgina finished, Mia's dad asked if I had anything to say in my defense. That's when Leon and I started presenting our timeline. We began with the text messages Georgina had sent me, the late-night whine emojis, the wish I had someone to talk to messages, the follow-ups when I didn't respond quickly enough. Georgina tried to interrupt, saying those were taken out of context, but Lee Uncon calmly kept going. Then we showed the inconsistencies between what she told Mia and what she'd been texting me recently. When confronted with her own words, Georgina started getting flustered. I was trying to be kind to him, she said. I didn't want to hurt his feelings by being harsh about rejecting him. But then Leon pulled out the big one. A voicemail Georgina had left on my phone by mistake 3 weeks ago. She'd clearly meant to call someone else, but my number was right above theirs in her contacts. In the voicemail, she was talking to someone about the whole situation, and at one point she said, and I'll never forget these exact words. If he would just admit that he likes me, then I would stay quiet about this whole thing. But he's being so stubborn about it, acting like he's some perfect husband. The room went dead silent. Georgina's face went white. She started stammering about how the voicemail was about something else. Maybe work, but it was too late. The context was clear. Mia dropped Georgina's hand like it was on fire, but we weren't done. Leon then presented a timeline showing that Mia's behavior toward me changed before Georgina claimed. I started making her uncomfortable. We had text records showing when Georgina's behavior toward me intensified, coinciding exactly with when Mia started pulling away. Georgina, Mia's mom said slowly, did you tell Mia that Adrian was being inappropriate before he actually was? Georgina completely fell apart. Started crying. Not the calculated tears from before, but ugly, desperate sobbing. She kept saying she just wanted Mia to see that I wasn't good enough for her. That she could do better. That she was just trying to be a good friend. You've been lying to me for months, Mia whispered, staring at Georgina like she was seeing a stranger. Georgina tried to backtrack, saying she exaggerated, but that I really had been flirting with her. But when pressed for specifics that matched her original story, she couldn't provide them. The final nail in the coffin came when Mia's dad asked Georgina directly, did Adrian ever actually make physical advances toward you? Long pause, then quietly. No, but he wanted to. I could tell. That's not what you told us before. Mia's mom said, you said he cornered you. That you had to push him away. Georgina completely broke down, then admitted she'd been embellishing, because she knew no one would take her seriously if she just said she had a feeling I was interested in her. The thing is, I don't think Georgina even wanted me romantically. I think she just couldn't stand that Mia was happy. Couldn't stand not being the center of attention in Mia's life. Mia was sobbing by this point, but not for Georgina. She kept saying, what have I done? What have I done? Over and over. Georgina tried to salvage something, saying she was just looking out for her best friend, but Mia's parents were disgusted. Her dad actually asked Georgina to leave their house. After Georgina left, and she left fast, couldn't get out of there quick enough. Mia completely broke down. Not just crying, but falling to her knees, sobbing, hyperventilating kind of breakdown. "Adrian, please." She gasped between sobs. "Please forgive me. I know I messed up, but we can fix this. We can go to counseling. We can start over. We can do whatever it takes." She was grabbing at my hands, desperate in a way I'd never seen her. 4 years, Adrian. 4 years of marriage. 7 years together. You can't just throw that away. Her parents were crying too, watching their daughter fall apart. Her mom kept saying, oh honey, over and over. "You remember our first apartment?" Mia was saying through the tears how we painted the kitchen yellow because you said it would make me smile every morning. "You remember our wedding day? How you cried when you saw me in my dress?" That was real, Adrian. All of it was real. And screw me, she was right. It was real. All those memories, all those moments, they were real. Ending our marriage wasn't something I wanted to do. It was something I had to do. "I love you," she whispered. "You're the only man I've ever wanted to build a life with. Please don't let Georgina win. Please don't let her destroy what we built together." That almost broke me, because she was right about that too. Letting Georgina destroy our marriage was exactly what that manipulative woman had wanted all along. But here's the thing, and this is why I'm ending it. I looked at my wife, this woman I'd loved for 7 years, and realized that she'd chosen to believe the worst about me without giving me a real chance to defend myself. Yeah, Georgina manipulated her, but Mia made the choice to trust an outsider over her husband. I told her exactly that. "I was scared," Mia said. "She made me believe you were going to leave me anyway. I was so scared of losing you that I pushed you away first. But you did lose me," I said quietly. "The moment you decided her word was worth more than mine, you lost me." I told her I forgave her, and I meant it. But forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation. The foundation of trust in our marriage was broken. We're proceeding with the divorce, but it's amicable now. Mia understands why I can't just pretend this didn't happen. As for Georgina, the consequences have been swift and brutal. Word got out in their social circle about what she did. She's lost most of her friends, including some people I didn't even know knew about the situation. Apparently, this wasn't her first time stirring up drama in relationships. Just the first time she got caught so thoroughly. Mia cut all contact with Georgina immediately, blocked her on everything, returned her stuff, the whole 9 yards. The ironic thing is that Georgina got exactly what she wanted. My marriage is over. But she lost everything else in the process, including the friendship she claimed she was trying to protect. I'm doing okay. Better than okay, actually. Moving into a new apartment next week, and for the first time in months, I feel like I can breathe. It's weird how much stress I was carrying without realizing it. To everyone who commented and gave advice, thank you. Seriously, I'm looking forward to whatever comes next. For the first time in a long time, it feels like it's going to be something good.